One of the most common questions I get asked across all of my social medias is, what is the best AI code editor to use? Should I use Windsurf? Should I use Cursor? Should I use Pair AI? And I'm going to give my honest answer to this, and it might be a little bit of a controversial answer in the AI code editor space, and I am open to being wrong. There's a good chance I'm wrong, but this is just my initial gut reactions right now. So my opinion on all of the AI code editors is the fact that actually the vast majority of them, the difference between each code editor is very, very, very small. I really don't find there to be that much of a vast performance difference or vast differences between the various AI code editors, and the only real differentiation is just in the UI as well as how they acquire customers. So really the big differentiation is just in the marketing of the product, because if you think about it, if I start off using Cursor does a really good job, and then let's say I want to consider using Windsurf, right? But the thing is, the gain from me switching from Cursor over to Windsurf is pretty small in my opinion. I don't think there's like a gigantic difference in performance between the two, but because the difference is so small, there's not enough activation energy for me to switch from my Cursor IDE over to Windsurf or Pair AI, whatever other AI IDE you might be thinking about. And when you think about it, it makes sense that they all perform at a similar level. So the only way they can really differentiate is how they retrieve information and store that context. And yes, that does matter, but I also think that these LLMs are getting so powerful these days that the context and retrieval augmented generation stuff they're doing in the back end, that contributes to a smaller portion of the coding performance and coding improvements compared to the LLMs that are actually powering everything, which is the vast majority of where the big coding gains are coming from. Also, quick pause in the video, but I did launch a YouTube membership program, and with this YouTube membership program, you do get access to a Discord where you have active access to me and hopefully other builders that join as well. We can just chat, hang out in the Discord. I talk about the latest products I build. You can ask me questions, talk about some of the latest growth strategies that I've been trying out. It's still super early. I don't know quite exactly what's going to come from the YouTube membership. It's always going to be evolving. Maybe some members only videos, members only live streams. We can pick and choose and we can build this membership together. But once again, if you are interested in joining the Discord, which is currently there right now, guaranteed membership benefit, make sure to hit that join button down below and we can hang out and chat for a bit. All right, enough of the plug, back to the video. So really, I wouldn't stress too much about what you use. And look, I only use Cursor because that was the first AI code editor on the market and it's what I use now. If Windsurf came out first or if Pair AI came out first, I probably would have used them first and just stuck with them instead. I've tried switching over to Windsurf. I really tried to convince myself to do it. And the thing is, Windsurf worked really well, but it wasn't good enough for me to migrate over from Cursor over to Windsurf. So don't stress about it. Just choose one because honestly, there's not that many differences. The UI is going to be like the biggest difference. If I had to really argue, I would say maybe Windsurf has slightly more refined UI, I think, compared to Cursor. But once again, the gain is not enough for me to switch over to Windsurf compared to Cursor because I'm already using Cursor and I already paid for Cursor. So don't think too much about it. Just pick one, stick with it, and it should be more than good enough to help you become a 10x engineer overnight.